All right, you guys, I wanted to get you another video up. It's been a little bit here, so today's video, as you could see, I brought one of my friends out. So there were a couple things I wanted to talk about when it comes to home defense. Most people in a home defense situation are either living in a relatively normal sized home or an apartment. In today's society, very large houses are few and far between unless you are very wealthy or you're on the higher end of society. So most rooms that you're going to get into in a normal sized house are going to be maybe 12 by 14, 12 by 16 foot is like a normal living room or bedroom size. In something that tight, you're going to want a rifle that is a little bit smaller of a package. This is in a pistol configuration. It is a PWS. So Primary Weapon Systems makes some of the highest end platforms on the market. I cannot call this an AR15 because this is not an AR15. This is more closely related to an AK47. Primary Weapon Systems has been doing a great job with innovating the industry. They have a new rifle out right now that is absolutely amazing. You can switch calibers on it just by loosening up 3 bolts. You can quickly remove the barrel assembly and you can insert another one. So you could switch between 5.56 and 300 blackout with just loosening 3 bolts, removing the barrel, sliding a new one in, locking it down. One of the most innovative features about this firearm itself is that it is a long stroke gas piston design. So just like the AK-47, there is an operating rod that runs the whole length and is completely attached to the bolt itself. But I just wanted to briefly touch on it. So there are a couple gas settings. They're hidden under here. You can actually use the tip of a projectile to change the gas settings. It's super easy to do. I haven't had to change it on mine because I don't run this suppressed. I'm running a 3-prong flash hider on the front. I don't want my home defense rifle to be suppressed because if I need to use this, if somebody comes in my house at night and I have to discharge a round, I want it to be very loud. I want my neighbors to hear. I want them to call the police. I want them to know what's going on. I have a Surefire G2, I believe it's a G2S, if I'm not mistaken, flashlight on the front of this. It is a momentary on only, so it doesn't have a push button to keep it on at all. This gun is used primarily for home defense. So in that case, I don't want to accidentally press that light and have the light on the entire time, giving away where I am at in my home. This is the Mark 111 Pro. So the Pro is just a little bit lower grade from their Mod 1 and Mod 2. It doesn't have a forward assist. I didn't need one on this rifle. I figured with that long stroke gas piston setup and the adjustable gas block on it, or gas regulator you could call it, that I wouldn't need that because you could tune the rifle itself. Has a couple settings on it. I'm not going to dive real deep into that. We'll save that for another video. I also put a PWS style brace on it. This is a pistol. It has the brace. It's a 4-position brace. I leave it all the way out because I have long arms. So it has a SOE single point bungee sling. These are absolutely amazing slings. I cannot recommend them enough. I run a 2-point sling on every rifle that I own. The only reason why this has a single point sling is because it is a pistol. It's 11.85 inch barrel. It's a very short package. So you can literally just have that sling on and maneuver it around very light. I have a SIG Romeo 7S on here, and I have Magpul backup sights. The reason why I went with the Romeo 7 is because it has the flip caps. You can see through it all the time. It also runs on a AA battery, so one AA battery. You could change those out. They're available anywhere. Plus the fact that I could see through the lenses, and they have the caps on them to protect it a little bit more. And it has the integrated elevation and windage adjustments. So it's very streamlined. It's very lightweight. With the purpose of this build being primarily for home defense, or if I had to throw it in a truck, there's been a lot of times where, since this is registered as a pistol and I am a certified pistol instructor and carry credentials to carry firearms on me concealed, if I'm going camping with my family, if I'm going to be out of town, or if I'm going to be in a state which I choose to travel through where I can have said firearm, I would like to have the capability of having that 5.56. Now, this is a 223 wild upper, so it allows me to use a 223 or a 5.56 cartridge. I like that because if I'm at a store, I don't want to have to debate between buying 5.56 or 223, or if they only have one or the other. This will run anything. It'll cycle anything. I run primarily out of this 62 grain green tip, or I will run a 55 grain soft point hunting ammo, because like I said, this is home defense. I want that soft point to expand. I don't want it to travel through walls. I have other people in my household as well, so I have to be very vigilant, and I have to know where these rounds are going, and I have to know where the people in my house are if something ever happens. This setup works very well for when we are traveling, because I can throw it in the storage compartment in the back seat of our pickup truck, and it's there. It's easily available. I can get to it very quickly. I always have my pistol on me, so it's an easy transition getting from that front seat to the rear to get to this. And let's face it, that 5.56 coming out of an 11.85 inch barrel is going to do way more for me than a 9mm coming out of a 5-inch barrel. So I choose to always have this somewhere quick. That's why it is an 11 and an 8 inch barrel. I can close up that brace very quickly. I can transport this wherever it needs to go. And this is going to get me out of any situation that I could ever find myself in. Also, for a home defense gun, if you guys don't have a sling on it, if you don't have a light on it, you can't really consider that a home defense firearm. If you don't have a white light, you're not going to be able to identify anything that is in your house at night. You need target acquisition. You need to know exactly what you are aiming this at. It's not a game. This is not airsoft. If you are using a firearm to protect yourself, you need positive target acquisition. You have to have that light on there. This was a handheld flashlight that I got as a gift to throw in a pocket, and I don't even know who makes the light mount, but I just threw a basic light mount on there just so that I can have something that's going to be able to serve the purpose that I need for the role of this firearm. Also, the sling, I'm using a hair tie to hold this sling up and out of the way. I can change magazines very easily. I don't have to deploy the sling at all, but in a moment's notice, I can just pull that sling. The hair tie comes out of the way. It's not going to get in the way or get caught on anything, and the sling is deployed and ready to go. I know there's people that use different kinds of cinch line, or they'll use like a Ranger band or something of that nature. For this, I wanted to keep it very streamlined. I just did the hair tie because I got long hair. I have them on me all the time, so I just throw it on there and we're good to go. Just wanted to bring this up, wanted to get this video out here so you can see what I'm working with and what my go-to is. It's a little bit different of a design. Most people are going to want to stay with an AR15 because they are used to that platform. With this, the long stroke piston, all of the dirt from the firing sequence itself. So once that projectile is launched down that barrel, all the burnt gas is expelled forward out of that barrel, and the gas right here is dissipated out from the front. It never cycles back into the actual receiver itself to where all of your essential parts, your fire control group, and all of your essential parts are housed. All of that gas is dispersed in front of you. It's a very good suppressor host. It does not throw gas back into your face, and it doesn't put dirt back into your receiver. If you guys haven't heard of Primary Weapon Systems, go online and check them out. They have videos of these things going like 50,000 rounds without needing cleaned. I could tell you right now, I got probably over 1,200 rounds through it. So a little bit over 1,000 rounds through this rifle. I've only wiped the bolt down once, and that was just to see if their marketing was spot on. And I'll tell you what, I barely wiped the thing down with a little bit of oil, and I got almost a completely clean rag. So one of the white gun cleaning cloths, almost completely clean. There was no dirt in there, no debris in there. Lubricated it, threw it back together, and this thing runs like a sewing machine. Thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to show you what I consider my home defense pistol, and we'll show you guys some up close footage of it. And thank you again for viewing the video. I'll have more content coming up soon. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what kind of rifles or pistols you would like to see. But this is it. This is what I use. This is my go-to. This is my truck gun. This is my home defense gun. This is my get things done when you need them done gun. But with that being said, I would not shoot this past 100 yards. This is not 100 yards and out. Could it do it? Yes, it can do it, but choose the right tool for the right job. And I have another gun that is a go-to do everything gun. This is a home defense. This is a CQB. This is an up close and personal gun. This is my protective gun. So thank you guys again for watching. We'll get you up some more. One of the smoothest recoiling pistols I have ever shot in my life, because this is registered as a pistol, and I can keep my rounds on target very easily. This pistol is very maneuverable. It's very lightweight.